Our top focus as Delhi University remains under a virtual shutdown. Left-wing students are staging protests outside the Delhi police headquarters at ITO. They have been demanding action against the ABVP and those police officers who allegedly beat up ISA students, including and journalists as well, at Ramjas College yesterday. ISA has demanded that multiple FIRs be lodged into the incident. The police, in fact, which sent across its senior official to try and negotiate with the students through a public speaking system, dismissed allegations of lathi charge but promised further action if evidence was provided.
कई कंप्लेंट्स आपके ग्रुप से भी मिला है और दूसरे ग्रुप से भी मिला है, तो हम चाहेंगे कि आप हमारी इन्वेस्टिगेशन में कोऑपरेट करें और आप अपना जितने लोग कंप्लेंट्स, हर एक कंप्लेंट पे अलग अलग एफआईआर का प्रावधान नहीं है। प्रावधान ये है कि यदि एक घटना घटती है तो हम उस पे आपकी बात पूरी सुनेंगे, आपका स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करेंगे और उस पे जो भी कानूनी कार्रवाई होगी उस पे हम जरूर करेंगे, ये आपको मैं आश्वासन देता हूँ।
कल हमारी इतनी सिंपल सी डिमांड थी कि हमारी जो कंप्लेंट्स हैं उनको एफआईआर में कन्वर्ट किया जाए और एफआईआर नंबर दिया जाए। इस सिंपल सी डिमांड का जो रिजल्टेंट हुआ वो ये हुआ कि हम पे लाठी चार्ज, ब्रूटल लाठी चार्ज किया गया। क्या हमारी अनफेयर डिमांड थी? पुलिस के पास इतने ऑप्शंस थे, अगर विमेन के ऊपर मारा गया, उन वैसे लड़का और लड़की में पहली बार पुलिस ने कोई फर्क नहीं समझा, पहली बार पुलिस ने दोनों को बराबर पीटा। ये कहाँ का इंसाफ?
So meanwhile, the man at the eye of the storm, Umar Khalid, spoke exclusively to India Today. Khalid has alleged that neither ISA nor the student community will be silenced by lynch mob politics of the ABVP. Atar Khan caught up with him.
Is this a beginning of another movement from ITO?
See, the movement never subsided. The movement has been going on for the past couple of years. Ever since this government came to power and ever since this government has started attacking universities from FTII to HCU to IIT Madras to JNU to now Delhi University and many other universities. The solidarity that has emerged in the last 1 year has shaken this government, has shaken the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, and in frustration they're resorting to attacks like this.
No, but what happened to the DU is that they were sloganeering, saying the Azadi for Bastar and Kashmir. How do you justify that?
See, Azadi literally means freedom. It does not mean anything more than that. And we want to be free citizens of this country. We want to live freely. We want to breathe freely. We want to live a life of dignity. If asking of that, for that is a crime, a life of dignity, then I don't know what kind of a society we are living in. It is actually very clear that those who talk about, who are ruling our country right now, they want to take us back to the Middle Ages where the word of the king was supreme. And you could not question the government. You could not question the state institutions. But if we are living in a democracy, all these institutions are open to question. And that is what the seminar was about. It was an academic seminar. This is what universities are supposed to do. And they disrupted that seminar and they've been doing that repeatedly. And that is the history of hooliganism. And what was witnessed yesterday when there was a peaceful protest. And once again they repeated all of that. And they attacked teachers, they attacked students, they attacked journalists. It's like a repeat telecast of what happened in Patiala Court 1 year ago.
No, but the sloganeering that Bastar and Kashmir, are they not part of sovereign India? Why is there a need to come up with the slogan at all?
See, I was not there, so I don't even know. I could not even go there. I could not even reach there. But the idea of freedom is essential to democracy. The idea of being a free citizen, the idea that Kashmir citizens should be free, civilians of Kashmir should be free, the idea that Bastar, the Adivasis, what was I supposed to discuss on? I was supposed to speak on what is happening in Bastar and other parts of Jharkhand, Orissa, central and eastern India. What conditions are people of Bastar living in? The NHRC finds that there have been mass rapes. The NHRC finds there have been mass killings, that there have been fake encounters. So speaking about that and saying freedom from all of this, how is this a crime?
No, but why is it that you're always in the controversy? Wherever you go, there's a controversy.
See, I am not the one in controversy. And it's not that they have a personal problem against me. It's what I believe in and what thousands of students behind me believe in. That is something they have a problem with.
There are thousands. There are some 100. There are 100.
Count them. It's over 1,000 students here. And fine, there may be 700 students here. There may be 800 students here. That's besides the point. There are many others who have not come. But what I'm saying, we all have differences amongst each other. But something that we believe in is this space for differences, space for dissent. And that is what we are against. If someone says that we cannot differ, we cannot dissent, we will unitedly fight them back. And that is what we are doing.
So what is your plan now from here on?
See, we want the police to take action against those people. But having known the history of the police from HCU to Najib Ahmed's case in JNU, they've given patronage to these hooligans. We know that last year the court, what the lawyers in the court did, they were given protection. And every time that the police gives them protection, they get more emboldened to carry out such acts. And that is something we know, unless and until we are out on the streets demanding action, police will not take action. More importantly than that, one thing we want to make it clear to the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad Gundas, that last time they did Gunda Gardi in Jawaharlal Nehru University.
But they say the same about you. They say you are the Gundas.
Well, we speak, we debate, we dialogue, we dissent. We have certain ideas, and it is a clash of ideas that we believe in. How does that make us gundas? We don't come with rods, we don't throw stones, we don't beat up people, we don't beat up students, we don't beat up teachers, we don't beat up a media person like you. You're standing here, I'm answering all your questions despite the fact you're not agreeing with me. But if this was an ABVP guy, he would have acted very differently with you, like they acted with media persons yesterday. And that is something that ABVP cannot tolerate, voices of difference, voices of dissent. And that is something we want to preserve in this country. And one thing I said, we want to make it clear to Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. Last time they did all that hooliganism in JNU, they were defeated, decimated in JNU. If they think they can do that in DU, they'll be defeated and decimated, and the students will give them an answer democratically.
And India Today also spoke to ISA's another leader, Kamal Preet, after their protest at the police headquarters earlier today. ISA now demands that an FIR be lodged against all those involved in Thursday's Lathi charge and responsibility be fixed. Let's listen in.
We have Kamal Preet here from ISA, who's joining the protest here outside the Delhi Police headquarters. Kamal Preet, we'd like to know, what is this protest all about? We know what happened yesterday, but what are you trying to say?
Basically, we are protesting here and we have two demands. One demand is that FIR must be filed against ABVP people who assaulted our protesters yesterday and who pelted stone on the students yesterday, who had actually vandalized the whole seminar day before yesterday. So our main demand is to identify those people and put an FIR against them. Second demand is that a responsibility and accountability must be fixed at Maurice Nagar police station level, because we saw all through the way that yesterday in our march, that was a very peaceful march which was supposed to start from Ramjas College till Maurice Nagar police station, but it got delayed by 1.5 hours because ABVP was not letting us start the march. And in between the march, at places like Arts Faculty in front of SRCC college, stones were openly being pelted on the students, eggs were being pelted on the students. This is not how a university works. And the media, which is actually showing that this was a minor clash between ISA and ABVP, I want to clarify, it was not a clash. A lot of common students and professors were there in that march. It was not a clash because there was only violence, one-sided violence on our march, and this is a situation of riot in our university. That's why we are here to protest against this, and we are demanding the police commissioner must fix the responsibility, suspend those police personnel who brutalized and put us in the vans, and fix responsibility at that level.
And let's get you the very latest on the story. Parveena is tracking the story in North Campus, and Atir Khan, of course, at that police headquarter protest by the ISA. Atir, you spoke to different voices of ISA. How confident are they that, their demands will be met by the police officials?
Well, you see, Smita, there's been a change in the scenario here at the protest site outside police headquarters at ITO. Initially, the students were very aggressive. They were sloganeering, and then they wanted their demands to be put across. And thereafter, the Special Commissioner, SBK Singh, came down and he heard them patiently. He also answered to their queries. There are many queries as to what is going to happen, what has the police done so far. So he tried to convince the students that an FIR, as per the legal procedure, has been filed, and all their grievances will be accommodated. They will be looked into and inquired. And let me give you an update. The Delhi Police Commissioner has transferred the investigation of this Ramjas College incident to the crime branch. As we speak, that decision has been taken. But as of now, here at the spot, after SBK Singh had addressed the students, they had calmed down. But again, we see some build-up. Some students, some teachers also, like Kavita Srivastava from Rajasthan University, who's from PUCL, and others have now come in the forefront. So now there is a gathering here. So there's a gathering which has happened here. Though it will take a lot of convincing by the police to assure these students, because they believe that there was high-handedness on the part of police. And the ABVP treatment was not good, but still, there is some difference in the attitude.
Okay, but Parveena, as far as North Campus is concerned, what is the process going to be like at the level of the college? Is the administration, the staff, are they trying to sort of help patch up the warring factions?
Well, so far, Smita, they haven't decided as to what will their next plan be. But they said that they have been verbally assured by Delhi police that they will take action against everybody who have involved themselves in a physical exchange or turned this entire protest into a huge clash. But we'll take this question to the students, whom themselves will tell what they have decided and what will they do to answer the protest which is outside ITO. As we speak, we know that there is a protest outside ITO by the left union students there, but you said the police, Delhi police, have verbally assured you, and hence you are assured. What are you expecting?
Listen, we are expecting that the police has assured us that they will do the appropriate steps. If don't, then we will do, and we will take this march further, and we do the agitation against. We can do the agitation against the administration to take harsh steps against those who have done violence in the Ramjas College yesterday.
Also, what are the college authorities or the administration saying? What is their plan now?
They are not saying anything, because firstly the college administration didn't do, they invited, they did nothing, and the EU authorities did nothing in yesterday violence. But we actually did peace march with the teachers to ensure that the Delhi University administration and police make sure that this kind of violence never happens in DU, and restore the peace, and the culprits which were involved in the violence should be behind the bars.
Also, do you think, ma'am, that now what you are assured? They say that the left union students, until and unless FIR is registered, they get the number, they will not go back, they will take it big. But here the situation in North Campus is much different than what we have seen yesterday, which means, are you assured things will be normal now?
We are expecting it to be normal, and let's see what happens. We'll be expecting the something positive changes takes place in the university campus.
Will you continue to protest now?
Not now. If some positive changes doesn't take here in university campus, we'll again do the same.
So you have heard, Smita, that they are assured things are, all they want is to restore peace in the university and in and around, and that is what they demand at the moment. And they are assured by police that things will come back to normalcy.
So clearly, perhaps a temporary calm at best that can be achieved at the moment, but there is a lot of, in fact, under the surface turbulence that continues to play out there in Delhi University campus as well. Parveena and Atir Khan, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast.